when it occurred to me there was something that I meant to add in the video that I made earlier today, and I forgot to. And it's important. It's important that we talk about it, because I don't see a whole lot of people talking about it from the perspective that I have. Okay? We're going to talk about how Black Americans do not unalive themselves in trees, and how we know that they do not unalive themselves in trees. First, there's the obvious reason. The reason that you know. When you hear that another Black American was found hanging from a tree and something inside of you tells you that they did not do that to themselves, that reason being is that's how their ancestors were unalived. That's what the Klan did to their ancestors. So obviously that wouldn't be a method that they would choose as part of their history in America, their history of torture and abuse. Right? That's obvious to you. But let's talk about the reason that's not so obvious to most people, but is very obvious to me. Because I'm a survivor. Not a survivor of racism, I'm white as I can be, honey. But a survivor of violence. I've suffered at the hands of some of the worst that humanity has to offer. And there's something that all survivors have in common, no matter what type of violence you have suffered. How's the saying go? What does not kill you makes you stronger. That's right. Black Americans are in survival mode every day of their life in America. Every day of their life. There's 3 stages of survival. 3 stages of panic. Fight, flight, freeze. You've probably only ever heard of 2 in your life. Fight or flight. But there's a 3rd one. It's freeze. I've done all 3. I have fought back, I have ran away, and I have frozen. Imagine waking up every day of your life in survival mode. For the first time ever in American history, in the 90s, white women in the United States got a small taste of what it's like to be a Black mother in this country. After Columbine, when it was no longer a safe place for our kids to be, school. That was the first time in America in my lifetime that women that were white got to experience what life is like for a Black mother. You see, in America, every single day, Black women hug and kiss their children before they walk out that door. And every day, they fear that their child will not make it home. Because nowhere in America is safe for Black Americans. Nowhere. Not school, not church, not the movies, not the mall, not the playground. Nowhere. Nowhere. White women got to experience that for the first time in the 90s, and it's something that you live through every time you turn on your news and you find out that somebody else has shot up another school. Every time you go to buy that book bag with a metal plate in it, that fear you feel for that second, that brief moment, dear, Black women live with that every day since this nation began. They're survivors. And they have been fighting in survival mode for 250 years. Longer, really, dear. Much longer than that. You don't just stop fighting back after you've already started fighting. They're not freezing.